It's mental how much wheels can transform a car. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this, including myself. It's been such a long time since we've had the GT86 back on the channel and since I've had the GT86. We've had a lot of mixed opinions about this car, especially after fitting the Rocket Bunny wide body kit to it. But in the last video, we dropped it off down at Colourcraft so they could just touch it up a bit and prime it ready so I can wrap it. Now, that's exactly where we're going to be heading now, to finally pick the GT86 back up, and then we can continue the work on it. So let's go. Okay, so we've arrived straight at Colourcraft now, and the car's already parked outside. Are you guys ready for this? It looks absolutely crazy, but that's what it's meant to look like. Check this out.
Baby girl love my bop and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through.
Okay, yes, I full well know that this does still look absolutely crazy, but we're going in the right direction. So all of this now is actually primed. It's not the same colour, it's just primed because I'm going to be wrapping this. I didn't want to get it painted because we're going to be using this as a sort of track/drift car. So if I damage anything or scratch anything, I can just re-wrap it rather than paint it. But now at least it's all one colour. Obviously, to fit the wide arch kit, I had to cut the rear quarters out, which left a gaping hole in the bodywork, but Colourcraft have sorted that. All the bodywork under here has been welded and treated with anti-rust paint. All the holes have been filled in the boot, and the wing has been painted as well, along with the front splitter and some black inserts as well. So the whole idea behind the GT86 was to turn it into a track/drift car. It was only £4,000 from Copart, so it's the perfect car to start with. Now, as I mentioned, the car is nowhere near finished, and one thing that you may have noticed is that the original wheels are on it and they're absolutely killing it. So there's only one place we can go. But we didn't make it there without a small hiccup. Oh no, we're gonna die. Oh no. I have a serious problem, we just sat in traffic. Now if I put my foot on the throttle, this happens. It's so bad, I'm not even doing that.
Oh, it stinks. It actually stinks.
I thought Toyotas were reliable, but okay, it seems to be running okay now. We started it up, unless it is literally a crank sensor the same as the Lambo.
I swear to God.
If it's a crank sensor the same as the Lambo, then like we must have the worst luck with crank sensors. But the thing I think it is this MAF sensor here. We did replace it, but the wires going into it, they just ain't great. But I mean, I've got a throttle now. I'm sure I've got some throttle. Yeah. So I have got throttle. Oh, let's carry on and see if it's okay. We're just having the worst luck with cars at the minute. Okay, we're rolling, but we do have an engine management light on. God knows what it is, but it seems to be driving okay. Come on, 86. It made it.
I look like stressing, I be finessing, Dolo in my section, built like a blessing.
Of course, we came to WheelMania, basically my second home. Now, the wheels for the GT86, this isn't as simple as all the other wheels that we've got.
It's blue tints on my hundreds, life been going how I want it.
Okay, new wheels are here. They look sick, 10 out of 10 as always. I think they're gonna look nice against the red, which is not quite finished yet, but these have been a little bit more of a nightmare than the usual wheels to fit, and let me explain why. And that is because we are gonna need these. Yes, I know a lot of people are gonna cry about these, but these are custom built spacers. I'll explain further. So we sort of had two options with the wheels for the GT86. So because it's wide body, we had to measure out the distance between the stock wheel and the arches to know how much wider we need to go with the wheel and the offset as well. There's not too many people which have done it, and the wheels which people have suggested online are just completely all over the place. Now, because I'm going to be using the car for like track and drift purposes, I know I'm going to probably batter the wheels anyway. Hence, why we've gone for the wheel spacers and these wheels. The story continues. Now, as you can see by looking at the wheels, there is loads of different holes, which means it can fit a lot of different fitments. Now, the Japanese fitment, although it is 5 stud, it's a little bit different and unusual. So what WheelMania suggested is that the wheel spacers that they'll make not only space out the wheels, they also convert it from a Japanese fitment to a BMW fitment. That way, if I'm at a track or a drift event and I blow out a tyre, there's a higher chance that I'll be able to grab a wheel off a BMW than there would be off a Japanese car. Wow, that's clever. But I'll tell you what's even cleverer. Building a website using Squarespace. From websites to online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build and run your business. It's a fact, you use the internet every day. You're using it right now. So how do you expect to grow and expand your business if you don't have a half-decent website? And that's where Squarespace comes into place. It's really easy to build a website using Squarespace. Anyone can do it. There's loads of different templates to choose from, and once you've found one you think is right for you, you can then begin to edit it. You can drag and drop your logos in there, edit text, and even drag and drop your own photos in there. And we're not even scratching the surface. So when you need a website, click the link in the description box below or go to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch your website, use code Matt Armstrong, and that's going to give you 10% off your first website or domain name. Thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Let's go see what these wheels look like on the GT86. Okay, it's happened once again. It's mental how much wheels can transform a car. Check this out.
The pussy wagon has arrived.
She is looking mint. Wouldn't you agree, Hannah?
Nah. Okay, no, it's made it a little bit better, but I still hate it.
Hannah's not a huge fan of the GT86, but if you may have noticed, we've got the new Hard Work Beats Talent woolly beanie hats as well, available in loads of different colours, and the link's in the description for them. But I don't think we're ever going to convince Hannah with the GT86. It's just not happening, unless we're going sideways with some turbo noises perhaps. Anyway, on to the next mod. So massive thanks again to WheelMania. If you guys want to grab any wheels, you know where to go. The link's in the description. But now we have this rear end to attend to. Oh yeah, and I think I found the problem that we had earlier with the car. The wires going into the MAF sensor are terrible. So after I repin the wire going into the MAF sensor, I moved on to this rear crash bar. We're going to be removing this and replacing it with something else. Now the rear end will still actually be exposed, so I wanted to sort of disguise it a bit by priming and painting the back of the car black.
I want to know you.
And this is what will be replacing the rear crash bar. This is actually a genuine Toyota part, and it's called a jacking bar, and it gives an easy jacking point for the rear of the car, again when I'm at a drift event or a track event, to easily jack up the car and change the rear wheels. Okay, more progress. Rear jacking bar is on. That is now looking a lot more drift specky, but I've not got it tight because the actual jacking bar is hitting the exhaust here, but we've got a solution. And this solution was only £350.
Inside me, a voice that always says, give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out.
Okay, check this out. This is one of the cheapest exhausts. In fact, the cheapest exhaust I've ever bought. £350 catback exhaust for the GT86. It's made by a company called Malian. It could be completely terrible, or it might be really good, but for 350 quid, I'm willing to give it a go. Now, obviously, when fitting any exhaust, we've got to do a compulsory before and after test. So here is before on the GT86. Is bad. No Subaru engine should ever sound like that. Let's hope this £350 exhaust fixes that even just a little bit. Let's get to it. Okay, so on the stock exhaust, we've got a back box, we've got a centre silencer, we've got another sort of resonator thing, and a catalytic converter. This exhaust is cat back, So we're going to be undoing the exhaust from this point right here. Just 2 bolts at the front, and then the rest is all on exhaust hangers. There's 4 exhaust hangers on the back and 1 exhaust hanger in the center of the exhaust. Then I can just lower the exhaust down, which, as you can see, is pretty difficult on your own. But sure enough, I accomplished it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't advise taking exhaust off on your own, but nevertheless, stock exhaust is off. It's a legal requirement on YouTube to start the car with no exhaust on. Let's see what it sounds like. As always, it's stupidly loud with no tone to it whatsoever, but it sounds a lot more like a Subaru, right? £350 exhaust, let's get this on. So basically the same thing, but in reverse. A little bit of exhaust paste, then it's on with the Malian exhaust. Now the Malian exhaust does have a silencer, but it's a little bit smaller than the stock silencer. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of lubricant on the hooks for the exhaust hangers, just so the exhaust rubbers can slide on a little bit easier. Then it's up with the back box, or back boxes as I should say. Again, I use the same hangers and the exhaust mounts as before. And you know what? For £350, it don't look too bad. Okay, exhaust is on. Hannah has came to do the first start up. £350 Malian exhaust. What is it gonna sound like? Here we go. I'm not expecting it to be crazy loud, but I just want it to have a nice tone. Has it improved it? Come on, Hannah. Oh. It actually sounds quite good. It actually sounds quite good for a naturally aspirated 2-litre car. It won't be naturally aspirated for long, I'll tell you that though. One thing's for sure, it's definitely not made it faster, but the tone is a lot better. Just listen to this. £350 well spent. What progress we've made on the GT86. In this video just alone, it's completely been transformed. But let me know what you guys think of the GT86 so far. Have we made some good progress on it? I definitely think it deserves a thumbs up just for the amount of work that we got done in this video alone. But again, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Okay, to finish the video off, Hannah with the burnout. Has it got enough power? Let's go. You might want to put it in first gear there, mate.